China, they're fucking around. But, to be fair, the United States was also fucking around first. China suspends cooperation with the U.S. on a range of issues. Sanctions Nancy Pelosi over Taiwan trip. So again, this is like a really complicated subject that a lot of people are heavily propagandized on, right? I covered this yesterday, and I got a bunch of people going like, Taiwan is a part of China! Oh, Taiwan is part of China! They're not motherfucker, they've been governing themselves independently for like at least 30 years, right? Yeah, now we can have a conversation that they were basically a fascist, military dictatorship for a while, but they've at least been self-governing for around 30 years, right? So Nancy Pelosi going to Taiwan, garbage. She probably shouldn't have done it. She only went there in the first place for money, right? To boost her fucking stock portfolio and to make a big fuss about it. Oh, Nancy Pelosi, I'm demented and I want to do something historic, right? So, you know what? I think that's a little ludicrous. But let's be honest. China threatening another country at gunpoint, it's just weird. It's weird, man. It's weird, okay? Taiwan is another country. I'm sorry. If China, mainland China, wanted Taiwan to be a part of China, you know what they could have done? Literally anything about it over the last 80 fucking years, but they chose not to. Why? Because they're fucking morons, right? So, let's be honest. Let's be real. Let's be real about this. Taiwan is not part of China. Taiwan does not want to be part of China. The only reason why China would want Taiwan is because they are an imperialist nation, right? That's the only reason, especially, again, threatening them with missile strikes. Let's be fucking real. How much of a fucking bully, elementary school, I want to shove your head in the toilet, right? It's loser shit. It's loser shit. If China wanted Taiwan, they would have done something in the 1940s, the 1950s, the 1960s, right? When the United States had insurrectionary fucking groups try to secede from the country, you know what the United States did? They did something about it immediately. Now imagine if the Confederacy was chilling for 80 fucking years, and then the United States was like, actually, I think the Confederacy should be part of the United States again. 80 years later, actually, Virginia, would you want to come back to the country? I know it's been 80 years, and everyone who was in charge of that is dead now, but would you want to, Jesus fucking Christ, man, it's embarrassing. Anyway, China's foreign ministry announced new countermeasures against Washington on Friday, including the suspension of climate talks. Oh, great. As the world is burning to a crisp, China and the United States are going to stop talking about the climate. Now, again, were these so-called climate talks going to do anything anyway? Let's be real. No. Okay, no. These climate talks weren't going to bring anything about anyway. In response to Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taiwan, hours after it announced sanctions against the U.S. House Speaker, the measure included the cancellation of future phone calls, oh dear heavens, and meetings between Chinese and U.S. defense leaders, for which future dates have not been announced, and the cancellation of annual naval meetings under the China-U.S. Military Maritime Consultation Mechanism. I'm a little over-caffeinated, bear with me. China also suspended cooperation on the repatriation of illegal immigrants, legal assistance on criminal matters, and the combat of transactional crimes, foreign ministry, blah, 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 blah. It suspended its anti-drug cooperation with the United States, which has already been strained in recent years. The U.S. has blamed China for failing to stop synthetic opioids, specifically fentanyl in this instance, reaching the U.S. as both Beijing and Washington disagree on how to counteract the problem. One of the big things with the fentanyl crisis in the United States, and everywhere really, is that fentanyl is able to be manufactured extremely cheaply in China, and China basically will ship anyone fentanyl. It is illegal, right? But it's so easy to just get fentanyl shipped to you that it's basically not illegal, just because how the fuck are you going to track it, right? Fentanyl is an extremely small, potent substance, right? You can get a fucking letter envelope filled with enough fentanyl to manufacture a bunch of fucking drugs to kill people, right? So let's be honest, right? China-U.S. relations have been pretty bad for a long time, especially since Donald Trump took office. But also, we have to understand, both countries are babies. Both countries are fucking babies. China is a bunch of fucking goddamn babies in charge. The United States, a bunch of fucking babies in charge. Okay? Nancy Pelosi didn't go to Taiwan for any other reason than to shore up her fucking stock portfolio. That's it. You think that the timing of the CHIPS Act, her fucking husband getting more involved in microchip processing companies when it comes to stock trading, just just coincidental? No, come on. Let's be real. Nancy Pelosi is out for personal profit. She wants to do something historic. Because she's fucking demented and fucking... She's gonna, like, I don't know, she's a zombie, right? Like, this is her last year in office, hopefully, my God, right? Oh, Jesus Christ, can you imagine if she's Speaker of the House in 2023? Oh, right? But anyway, this idea that, like China is forced, in the same way, Russia was forced to commit a genocide in Ukraine. They had no choice. You know what I mean? They had no choice. NATO was expanding, and so Russia was like, oh fuck, NATO's expanding, let's go bomb an orphanage in Ukraine. Oh, they had no choice. They had to. Again, it's like that cartoon, I don't know if people are familiar with it or not. It's like, these weird, like, anti-SJW creatures that are like, oh, someone just said something about pronouns, and now I'm a neo-Nazi. They're just forcing me to adopt right-wing beliefs. That's basically what these weird China and Russia defenders are saying. And yeah, I'm not defending the U.S. either, right? Picking a side in this battle of the hyperpower bull fucking shit is Looney Tunes. They're all fucking batshit demented fucking losers in charge of each of these fucking countries. And I'll throw India in there. India's got a stupid batshit fucking government. I'll throw Iran in there. We got a bunch of stupid fucking countries. Israel, for Christ's sake. I forgot to mention Israel yesterday in these rants. These stupid fucking countries, right, that are run by stupid fucking old people that are all they're after is to get their own legacy. Oh, I'm gonna cement my legacy, right? Jesus fucking Christ. And then a bunch, billions and billions of people are at the fucking whims of 5 or 3, depending on your perspective, fucking superpower nations. 6 if you count the EU, I guess. I don't know. The EU basically just does whatever the US does, but so does Israel for that matter. But I have a particular disdain for Israel because it's an apartheid state. It's also again, they've got a neo-Nazi government, and they're also committing a Holocaust and a genocide. So Israel, pretty garbage. But also, again, like 7.9 billion people on this planet. 7.9 billion people are on planet Earth. And we're all listening to a bunch of fucking old-ass motherfuckers in charge of these stupid fucking countries. Can we have a better system already? Can we abolish borders or something? Can we get a one-world government already? Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, they're suspending climate change talks. Wow, great. U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi insisted on visiting Taiwan in disregard of China's serious concerns and firm opposition. Oh, yeah, there's serious concerns. Okay. Seriously interfering in China's internal affairs, seriously undermining China's sovereignty. Oh. And territorial integrity, seriously dampening on the one China principle. Give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break. Again, if China wanted Taiwan, part 1, they would have done something in the 1940s. Part 2, they would have done something in the 1950s. Part 3, they would have done something in the 1960s. Part 4, they would have done something in the 1970s. Part 5, they would have done something in the 1980s. Part 6, they would have done something in the 1990s. Part 7, they would have done something in the 2000s, the aughts or whatever, right? They would have fucking opened up diplomatic relations. They would have been a nice ally. They would have said, all right, you're going to join China. You'll maintain a semi-autonomous zone, kind of like maybe like Hong Kong. But ever since the Hong Kong uprising in 2019, Taiwan's looking at China like, right? Get the fuck away from me. Jesus Christ. It's like that bully who's like they're spitting all over you. You know what I mean? Like they're yelling at you, but they've got that weird thing where they spit all over you. Right? Get the fuck out of my face, bro. You're fucking weird and freaky, and I don't like you. Right? Like, let's be honest, man. Jesus fucking Christ. China's a bunch of, like, weird freaks on this issue. In the same way that Russia's like, oh, the Ukraine was a part of Russia very long ago. Yes, and now we must reunite with Russia. Like, what the fuck? my friend, like, the country borders change over time. If you're not gonna do anything for at least with Russia, Ukraine has been its own country for 30 years, right? Taiwan has been a semi-independent country for 80 fucking years, bro! It's over! It's over, I'm sorry. Anyway, fuck China. And fuck the United States. Both of them.